Hello everyone. Today we are going to see the remaining part of the foreign words and their meanings. For the last exam, we had 1 to 10 and now we are going to see the foreign words from 11 to 20. Hope you remember these words: ad hoc, alma mater, alter ego, bona fide, de facto. Then we have de jure, en bloc, en route, ex officio, ex parte. I hope you remember all these words. This we had for the first test. Now for the second test, we have in absentia, which is of the origin of from the language Latin, which means in absence while not present at the event being referred to. So if a person is not present in a place, that is considered to be in absentia. For example, after completing your degree, you may go to work somewhere. And during that time, your college holds a graduation day and you will have to get the degree certificate. Now, as due to this pandemic situation, there is no such programs. But before 2 years, we used to have a graduation day. And during that time, many of the students may not be able to come to the college and get it in person. In person in the sense, if you come by yourself and if you get it from the stage, that is called in person. If it is called in absentia, that means you are sending someone else in place of your presence. Okay, because you may be married or you may have been in some other place. So you may not be able to be present at that moment. So that is what is called receiving the prize or receiving the degree in absentia. That is called the word in absentia. For example, while not present at the event being referred to. It can be as college day prize or whatever it is. உங்களால அந்த டைம்ல வந்து வாங்க முடியல. இங்க என்ன பண்ணலாம், ஒரு letter you have to authorize, you have to write a letter, authorize by saying that this is my mother, this is my sister, I authorize this person to receive my certificate. If you present in that manner, you will be able to receive the receive the certificate or prize in absentia. Okay, so that is what you mean by in absentia. Here the example is 2 foreign suspects will be tried in absentia. So 2 foreign suspects will be tried in absentia in the sense the person, these are foreign suspects are somewhere in a foreign country, but they will not be present for their trial. Trial means because they have committed some mistake and they will be tried. They will be visaranai, they will be tried in absentia. So that is in absentia. So what is in absentia? That means in absence while not present at the event being referred to. For example, 2 foreign suspects will be tried in absentia. Next one is ex gratia, which is also of Latin origin, an act of grace given or done as a gift or favor, and because that is legal duty to do it. Okay. So ex gratia is the act of kindness, grace in the sense kindness, or given as a gift or a favor because that it is a legal duty to do it. For example, you find that the railway minister promised an ex gratia payment for the next of kin of those killed in the rail accident. So it's an act of kindness. It can be an act of kindness. It can be a gift given to you by someone, but it is actually a legal duty also. If anybody, any of your uncle or auntie, if they do not have any children, what they have to do, if they are working, they will give all the money which they get at retirement as a favor, as a gift, or they can give you the act. You cannot ask them, but as an act of grace or gift favor, maybe they may consider you as their legal heir, and you may receive the prize, okay, money. So the railway minister promised an ex gratia. Here in this case, you find that it's a legal duty of the railway minister, because it's actually it is the function of the railway minister to check whether everything is in place. So due to the rail accident, if there are some people killed in a rail accident, so according to him, he, as an act of kindness, he is giving a promised an ex gratia payment for the next of kin. So those who are alive in his family, he will give that money. Next is ipso facto, which is also of Latin origin, by the very fact or act, because of the fact that has been mentioned. If we protect ipso facto, we protect the agricultural workers. So by the very fact, because of the fact that has been mentioned. So if we protect agriculture, we are protecting the agricultural workers also. That is the fact, right? So you know what, that is the fact. That is the truth, real truth, we can say. So that is what you mean by ipso facto. So ipso facto, by the very fact or act, because of the fact that has been mentioned. If we protect agriculture, ipso facto, by the fact, we protect the agricultural workers, okay? So next is magnum opus, great literary work. Paradise Lost can be called Milton's magnum opus. Tirukkural is called Thiruvalluvar's magnum opus, the greatest work written by an author. Okay, that is called magnum opus. Next is Malafide. In bad faith, treacherously, nobody realized till the last moment that his intentions were malafide. So many people, we think that they are very real, but last moment, till the last moment, till they betray us, we do not know they are actually a malafide or a kind of a treacherous people. Nambike droga sairavanga. So malafide. So malafide, it's from French origin. No, malafide. Or you can cite malafide. Okay. Nobody realized till the last moment that his intentions were malafide. So next you have modus operandi. That is also of Latin origin. It's a mode of operation, particular method of working. So modus operandi of underworld dons seem to be strikingly similar everywhere. So a kind of action. What is the mode of operation of the college? It starts at 10 a.m. in the morning and closes by 3:30. That's a mode of operation, right? So, and it is similar in most of the colleges everywhere, wherever you go, you find that is similar everywhere. So that is the modus operandi of here we have an example which is in a negative manner. The modus operandi of underworld dons seem to be strikingly similar everywhere. Next is per annum. Yearly for each year used in financial context. Per annum, the company is offering a salary of 20,000 per annum. Per annum means per year. It is of Latin origin. Yearly for each year. So that person will be receiving. So if you can divide the per annum money by 12, so that you will come to understand the monthly salary. Okay. So if you are getting 20,000 per annum, just divide it by 12 and understand how much it is. Next is par excellence. It is of French origin, beyond comparison, eminently, by the way, or ideal. So his oil painting of the secretary was par excellence. So beyond comparison. So this is something awesome, wonderful, excellent, we call, right? So such a kind of thing. This is far excellent. Or the work you have done is excellent. That is how we say. So his oil painting of the scenery, I mentioned secretary, scenery was par excellence. Next is per capita, which is of Latin origin, counting by heads for each person in relation to people taken individually. They have the world's largest per capita income. So counting by heads. So a government's income is calculated by the heads of each person. So individually it is counted. That is how for economic students they may be able to understand this, because per capita means we have in they have the world's largest per capita income. So the individual's share Individual actually, people who are working in government and other services and business people, every one of us have to pay a tax to the government, right? So according to the per capita income, the financial condition of a country is great. And that is why we say that the unemployment problem is great. If a country does have an unemployment problem, then it means that the per capita is very low. So if it does not have an unemployment problem, then we can see that the per capita income of that particular country is great. Next is vice versa, which is also a Latin origin of word of Latin origin. The other way round. During the wartime, one country spread scandals about its enemy countries and vice versa. So vice versa in the sense, other way round. If I abuse you, you will abuse me. Vice versa, doing vice versa. If I scold you, you will also scold me. If I appreciate you, you will also appreciate me. So what comes around, what goes around comes around. That is how we say, right? So during the wartime, what happens? Our country, I am giving you very small examples to understand, but these kinds of words are used mainly in great contexts. Okay, some serious kind of contexts. சிம்பிளான இடங்கள்ல இந்த மாதிரி வேர்ட்ஸ் நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ண மாட்டோம். ரொம்ப வந்து ஒரு என்ன சொல்றது, ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு ஸ்டாண்டர்டான விஷயத்த ப்ரெசென்ட் பண்ணணும். ஏதாவது கவர்மெண்ட்ல இல்ல ஏதாவது ஒரு முக்கியமான விஷயம், சீரியஸான விஷயம்லாம் ப்ரெசென்ட் பண்ணணும்னா இந்த வார்த்தைகள் நம்ம வந்து யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம். So vice versa, the other way around, during the wartime, one country spread scandal above its enemy country. So these are the foreign words and meanings. So now we come to the end of the foreign words and meanings. Next, we have idiomatic expressions. Like the same thing, I think 1 to 10 we have seen. Now 11 to 20 we will have a look at it. Turn down. Idiomatic expression is something which will give you an idea of certain things in a short way, not beating around the bush. அதாவது காதை சுத்தி மூக்க தொடுறது கிடையாது. மூக்க வந்து நம்மளால கையை டைரக்டாவே தொட முடியும் இல்லையா? when you are beating around the bush in the sense, when you are தலையை சுத்தி மூக்க தொடுறது அப்படிங்கிறது தான் வந்து என்னது, அது ஒரு நீளமானது. ஆனா இடியமேட்டிக் எக்ஸ்பிரஷன்ல அந்த சிம்பிளான 2 வார்த்தை மூலமா உங்களால ஈஸியா அந்த விஷயத்தை புரிஞ்சுக்க முடியும். So turn down, to reject. The workers' demand for higher pay was curtly turned down by the management. Between the devil and the deep blue sea. So turn down another. The turn down now, they rejected the offer. Sorry, I forgot to explain. Rejected the offer. Between the devil and the deep blue sea, in a difficult situation, an inescapable position, trying to please his boss and his wife puts him between the devil and the deep blue sea. So this is a very comically we used to say. Nowadays serials, you can see the husbands are between devil and the deep blue sea. The husband may be there and he have to he has to carry out all the instructions given by his mother as well as by his wife. So he is actually between the devil and the deep blue sea. Both are on the same kind. Okay, so trying to please his boss and his wife, he is put between devil and the deep blue sea. So you can make the word for boss, you can just make use of the word mother also here. So அதாவது இந்த பக்கம் பார்த்தா பூதம் இருக்கு, இந்த பக்கம் பார்த்தா கடல் இருக்கு, எந்த பக்கம் போறதுன்னு தெரியாம முடிக்கிறது, அது difficult situation, inescapable position. Okay, bell the cat. To undertake or agree to perform a risky job or task, to perform a daring act, someone has to bell the cat and tell the boss we aren't going to come into work on Saturdays anymore. So bell the cat அப்படிங்கும்போது I think you know the story of this. There were a group of cats in a small house. Okay, and there are also lots of rats in that house. So every day the cat comes there. The cat was the only one, and a cat comes there and it used to take 1 or 2 rats and eat it. So these rats do not have any idea how they are going to escape from this particular situation. So they all got into a meeting And they came out with an decision that we will buy a bell and we will tie the bell around the neck of the cat, so that when the cat comes, we can escape. So, but the question is, who will bell the cat? So, பூனைக்கு யாரு மணி கட்டுவா? ஒரு விஷயம் இருக்கு, முக்கியமான விஷயம் இருக்கு, பிரசன்ட் பண்ணணும். இன்னைக்கு மேம்கிட்ட போய் அசைன்மெண்ட் வேண்டான்னு சொல்லணும். ஆனா யார் போய் சொல்லுவா? நீங்கெல்லாம் ரொம்ப ஈஸியா சொல்லிடுறீங்க. When we were students, we cannot go and talk to our professors in the way how you talk to us now. So, நாங்க யோசிப்போம், யார் அனுப்புறது, யார் போய் திட்டு வாங்கிட்டு வர்றது அப்படிலாம் சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா? So that is the bell the cat. Okay, someone has to bell the cat and tell the boss we aren't going to come into work on Saturdays anymore. So that is the bell the cat. Next, you have burn one's finger, to harm oneself, to suffer consequences of one's actions. He burned his fingers in the stock market and has been timid about investing ever since. Burns one's finger. So our parents used to say that many times, what you are doing is wrong, please don't do it. But sometimes only we understand that after doing the action, the consequences we have to suffer. So, கையை கொண்டு போய் நெருப்புல காமிக்காதீங்கன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. ஆனா நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? காமிச்சா என்ன ஆகுதுன்னு பார்ப்போம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி பண்ணுவோம் இல்லையா? That is burns one's finger. This is not applicable only for fire, but everything. எனி சிச்சுவேஷன் யூ ஆர். அவங்க சொல்லுவாங்க, இப்படி இந்த இடத்துக்கு நீ இன்னைக்கு போக வேண்டாம், மழையா இருக்கு, போக வேண்டாம்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. ஆனா நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? இல்ல, என் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸுக்கு நான் ப்ராமிஸ் பண்ணிட்டேன், நான் கண்டிப்பா வரேன்னு சொல்லிட்டேன். பட் அங்க போகும்போது என்ன ஆகும்? ஒரு பெரிய கான்சிக்வன்ஸை ஃபேஸ் பண்ண வேண்டியதா இருக்கும். மழையனால எங்கேயாவது மாட்டிக்குவோம், வர முடியாம போகும், இது வெஹிக்கிள் கிடைக்காது, இந்த மாதிரி பஸ் கிடைக்காது, இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய விஷயங்கள் இருக்கும். ஸோ we have to suffer the consequences. Okay. He burned his fingers in stock market and has been timid after investing ever since. As I told you, all these நான் உங்களுக்கு கொடுக்குற examples simple கொடுக்குறேன் to understand, but these words are not used in simple situations. These words are always used in somewhat complicated situations. Okay. Next is cut a sorry figure, to make a poor impression. So you can find to be ashamed, work hard, otherwise you will have to cut a sorry figure in the examination. Cut a sorry figure, to make a poor impression. So everyone is making a good impression. If you cut a sorry figure in the sense that you are not performing in that place in a better manner, or to be ashamed. So you have to work hard. Otherwise, what will happen? While writing the exam, you will have to cut a sorry figure. உட்காந்து முழிச்சிட்டு இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா? நல்லா ஒர்க் பண்ணணும், ஹார்ட் ஒர்க் பண்ணி படிச்சோம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னா we need not cut a sorry figure in front of others. Next is flesh and blood. A person's blood relative, kin, refers to all mankind. Literally refers to what human beings are made of, alive. I have to go to my aunt's funeral. She was my own flesh and blood after all. Flesh and blood means very close relative. Okay, human beings. Okay, so I have to attend my aunt's funeral. Funeral is the death. After death, we perform funeral for the people, right? That is funeral, cremation ceremony. So ஏன்னா அவங்க ஒருத்தங்க தான் என்னோட ஃபிளஷ் அண்ட் பிளட்டா இருந்தவங்க, அவங்க தான் எனக்கு ஒரே உறவினரா இருந்தவங்க, அதனால கண்டிப்பா நான் போய் ஆகணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்றேன். Next is fool's paradise, a state of illusory happiness. If you think that this favorable situation will continue for long, you are in a fool's paradise. So people cannot always be happy, and people cannot always be sad also. Situation keep on changing. So if you think that the happiness is permanent, that means we are in fool's paradise. துக்கமும் சந்தோஷமும் மாறி மாறி வந்துட்டு இருந்தாதான் லைஃப். ஹாப்பினஸ் மட்டுமே இருந்தா அதுக்கு பேர் லைஃப் இல்ல, போரிங்கா இருக்கும் இல்லையா? சோ நம்ம அப்படி நம்மளோட லைஃப் இப்படியே இருக்கும், இதே மாதிரியே இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு நம்ம நினைச்சிட்டு இருந்தோம்னா அது வந்து it's a kind of situation where you are living in a fool's paradise. Okay. Next is in a nutshell, in the fewest possible words, to be brief and straight to the point. Just tell me the story in a nutshell. So in a nutshell, in the sense, fewest possible words. So to be brief and straight to the point, you have to just tell me the story in a nutshell. In a nutshell, you have to tell the story to the people. சுருங்க சொல்லி நல்ல விளங்க வைக்கிறது. அதான் in a nutshell. Gift of the gab. Be good at speaking impressively. So if somebody is able to speak in a very great manner, if you are able to convince others, that is called the gift of the gab. Endowed with the gift of the gab, the politician could easily win over the people to his side. நல்ல பேச்சு திறமை, அதுதான் gift of the gab. So if you speak effectively, you will be able to win the hearts of the people. So gift of the gab. Next is turn a deaf ear. Choose not to hear. Refuse to hear. To ignore what someone says. She turned a deaf ear to her husband's advice and took the job anyway. Turn a deaf ear. Again, and the burning the finger மாதிரி தான் இதுவும். ஸோ ஒருத்தர் சொல்றத கேட்க கூடாது, கேட்க மாட்டேன் அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிறது. She turned a deaf ear to her husband's. Sometimes it may do some good and sometimes it may also do some bad. So turn a deaf ear, that is what is called. It can also have positive consequences or negative consequences. Both are there. So this is another thing you have to find out. Next, you have jumbled words. I have some rearrange these following words, letters into meaningful words. So you have 15 of it here. Next, you have underlined words. With the taking underlined word as a clue, you have to make the words in the correct order. Next, you have the first and final underlined words. You have to make this into a word. This is a personal experience. You have this is a self study and self attempt exercise. This you have to do. If you write in a paper and you can take a photo and send me so that I can, if time permits, I will have a go through it and I will say if there are any changes in it. We will have a discussion at the end of this all the after completing the portions. So these are some of the things which we have in the vocabulary session. Another one is also there, that also we will be seeing. So now today, as of now, today we have seen foreign words and meanings as well as idiomatic expressions. Thanks for joining.